Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Will Haynes coming to you with another Let's Play video. Um, I don't know what happened during my last video. I was streaming Section 1, 2, or Chapter 1, Section 2, however you want to call it. And for whatever reason, the server decided to go bonkers on me. And I ended up losing connection to the server. I was able to access my internet connection and everything, so I'm just kind of thinking it was probably just the PlayStation Network itself, server issues, maybe maintenance or whatnot. And anyways, I'm back now to after about an hour to an hour and a half of, patiently waiting and trying to fuss around and see if there was anything I could do on my end, which of course there unfortunately was not. I was able to, through process of time, come back online. So now, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up chapter 1, section 2, or 1-2, or section 1-2. I don't know, whatever, however it is you want to call it. So. And then, as you also read there in the title, I'm also going to do Chapter 1, Section 3. Or at least I'm going to start it and kind of see where things lead to. But, yeah, I mean, we're almost done here with this. I actually went back, as soon as I lost the connection, went back through this area here. Which, of course, as you guys know, we already went through this area. And I had to go and I had to get 2 pieces of that emblem from 2 treasure chests and put them together to get that door open. Key item. And the emblem, this emblem right here. And then, of course, went through this door and into this area here. Cleared out, all these areas, and then just kind of out of nowhere, I lost, I lost my data connection, so it ain't the end of the world though. It's just one of them things. It just happens. So, back to life. Excuse me, I apologize for all of my yawns. It's right around 1:30 a.m. I do believe right now, so I'm a bit tired, which is why, I said at the start of the video that I'm not sure how long I don't know how long I'm going to go there. I can get the words out properly. I just feel so drained right now. Had a long day at work, and it's just been a long week, You know how life is. You'll have those days and those weeks where everything goes normal and things are good, and then you'll have dry spells where it's just like, finish me off already, which is kind of pretty well how probably everyone feels concerning this COVID-19 coronavirus. But, life has its cycles to go through, that's definitely for sure. But regardless, though, life is still good, so we can't complain. Yeah, these fish here, they definitely have their use. They can be sold for a few thousand pesetas each. It's like 2,000 or 3,000, something like that. Or they can be used for health. Problem is, though, that the small fish take up 3 slots in inventory. So, like, I'll just go ahead and move this down here, for example. Like, 3 slots across like that, and then 3 slots across like that. Or it would be 3 slots down, 3 slots down. It would just depend on how you make the adjustment. But, yeah, 3 slots for the small fish, and then for the large fish, it's almost the size of the shotgun. there's no way I have the inventory for that right now, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go ahead and reload all of my weaponry right now while I'm thinking about it. Looks like everything else is loaded, so let's go on and move forward. Yeah, the small fish, they regenerate about as much health as a green herb, give or take. The big fish will heal you fully. Now, we don't want to scare these puppies off, so... That's one thing I did forget to mention about the flash grenades, because I had mentioned that they will be useful later on in the game when you start to reach a certain area of the game where, I call them ploggerheads. I don't know how everybody else refers to them, but I personally call them ploggerheads. But, those ploggerheads appear. Keep missing this. I'm practically aiming right at something. Yeah, that was pretty pathetic. Okay, I was able to get those before they disappeared, thankfully. But the items that are dropped by different enemies will disappear. Items that are found in the boxes here, they'll stay there essentially forever, or until they're collected, or however it is you want to call it. But yeah, they'll just kind of hang around there until somebody picks them up. So it's one unique thing about this game. So we flip the emblem up, and then you can flip either left or right, and then it makes the symbol. That is the symbol of the Los Illuminados. In which case, I'm not going to explain who the Los Illuminados are, but we will learn about the Los Illuminados here very shortly. Or at least a little bit about the Los Illuminados. It won't be a whole lot, but it'll be enough to kind of get an idea. And ironically, with this window here, nobody can break into it. It won't let you shoot it out or anything. And I personally, I just completely forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, like I said, I'm extremely tired. So I'm barely able to stay awake right now. Normally I read every letter, but you know what? What the heck, why not? I'll go ahead and go in there and read that letter real quick. Under files. Chief's note. Here we are. As instructed by Lord Sadler, I have the agent in confinement alive. While I keep him alive, I do not fully understand what the Lord's intentions are. I would, however, think he'd keep them separate, not confine them together as has been ordered. I don't expect Lewis would trust a stranger, but if by chance they did cooperate, the situation could get a little bit more complicated. If for some reason an unknown third party is involved, I don't think they would let a chance like this slip by. But maybe it's all Lord Sadler's ploy, leaving us vulnerable so that this third party will serve us, if they even exist, that is. It's an unlikely possibility, but if a prowler is already amongst us, then our plans could be ruined. Yeah, that would not be good. Definitely not what we want. Well, I mean, we definitely want the plans to be ruined, but well, if anything, it's like, I don't know. It is what it is. So anyways, I guess the Lord thinks it's worth the risk if we're able to stop whatever conspiracy is at work. At any rate, it's the Lord's call. We will trust His judgment as always, because we are brainwashed, and regardless of what it is that He says, it's automatically go. You know, and in the eyes of the villager, that's exactly how they are. Lord Sadler, of course, is our main antagonist, or boss, or bad guy, or evil dude, whatever you want to call him, in this game. And, you know, he controls, you know, different groups of people, and, you know, he'll throw a sub-boss from, like, each people group at you. Kind of like the chief, for example. There's the chief and a couple of others. Yeah, Lord Sadler's not to be screwed with.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.
So we have another run in there with the chief, and he informs us that we carry the same blood as them, whatever that means. Maybe you guys can decipher it yourselves, but you will eventually find out if you've never played this or seen this played, or just am not really, you know, if you're not too much of understanding, you know. It's a very simple storyline with a lot of twists and turns to it. So, anyways, go ahead and save this. I'm going to go ahead and keep the video rolling here. I'm going to see how far I can get through Chapter 1, Section 3 without... I'm like extremely tired, and I might just fall asleep sitting here. I'm fighting to stay awake, but yeah, how things go. Anyways.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah, but he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while before we quote-unquote find that church. So, anyways. Thinking there was also a red urban here, but I guess not. Anyways, you know what? Forget this. We're going back for revenge. Surprise! There you have it. The mysterious third party, well, has possibly emerged. And it's a woman in a red dress. And we can go ahead and check out the window here. Woman in red. Somehow so familiar. And he clearly is trying to, you know, figure out who the heck that person is. You know, he's probably got it going through his mind. He's like, what the heck's going on here? You know, he's like, all these weird things keep happening, and I'm running into all these weird people. Like, I cannot imagine what it would be like to be in the mentality of somebody in that kind of a condition. But either way, though, before I go off on a stupid tirade and start to rant, I've gotten rid of the whole camping idea. But go ahead and pick this up. So, now for this fun little part here. At least it's fun for me anyways, and I enjoy doing stuff like this just to torture this poor chainsaw bastard. Bring chainsaw prick. Chainsaw guy, chainsaw idiot, whatever you want to call him. Or shoot him directly in the head. Poof. When you get nice and close, you take him down. And then of course we just repeat the process. And we get the ruby. And the ruby is worth 10,000 pesetas. We can of course sell that to the merchant because we will run into the merchant. You know, the interesting thing about the merchant in this game, and I've never really been able to understand this or figure this out, but the merchant, you know, appears at random locations, and he just so happens to always be, you know, in an area where you are. Now, why is this, you know? The question has to be asked. Is it because he knows the path that you're taking? Is it because, you know, he's, like, stalking you and being like, hey, stranger, just in case you need any supplies, I'm right here. So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird. But I immediately want to apologize right now if I start talking weird, like if I say something and then forget what I was saying or whatever the case is. You know, I'm, like I had said, you know, I am extremely tired, so my speech, you know, might become a little slurred, and I might, you know, just, I don't know, I'm just, yeah, I'm feeling it, let me just put it that way. It's definitely settling in, the fact that I've been up for, you know, an extensive period of time, and the fact that I haven't gotten really much sleep the last few nights. It's like, oh, it all adds up, you know, but it's just one of those things. It is what it is. I'll go ahead and use the handgun. That'll finish her off nicely. Yeah, just to kind of show you how tired I am, I completely forgot about the group that's gathered down here by this door. Anyways, we have officially unbarred the gate. So... we have a whole entire group coming here. Haha, so we'll go ahead and light them all on fire. Those boys are on fire! Of course. Hurry up and reload here. Those are just plain white chicken eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them there. But yeah, if you hear me start talking silliness, just know I'm not high. I don't smoke pot. I'm not drunk. I drink a very small, moderate amount of alcohol once in a great while. I'll have a handful or something. But, you know, I don't drink in excess at all whatsoever, so... You know, it is, you know, dang near 2 o'clock in the morning. It's actually, according to what my phone says right now, I'm looking at my phone. It's on the stand charging. It shows 1:50 p.m. So, yeah. But, you know what? It's all good. I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm trying to remember if I grabbed everything up here. There was a box of hand grenade over there I did grab. Okay. Nothing on this side. What about the guy that I just killed? Okay, then he must not have dropped anything. What about this guy over here? Did he drop something? He may have, but I don't know. No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, so it does appear that I did actually remember to get everything here in the village. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult trying to remember. So, I don't want to go that way. That's the way that I went originally. That just takes me back to the area where, well, the area where I just came from. Well, not the area I came from, but the original area that I went into when I was knocked out at that house and carried to the next area. Anyways, there's some kind of unique symbol on this door. Usually I wonder what it is. Go ahead and use the insignia key. And now, here we are officially moving on to the next part. So, go ahead and take the 1200 pesetas. There's a box of 10 handgun ammo. Always comes in here. I believe, yes, this is TMP ammo. Okay, and then we got this lamp here, which will drop us some pretty little now. Run down the hallway here, and then we do this, and that reveals these. So there we have the elegant headdress. Now the thing about the elegant headdress is that whenever you examine the elegant headdress, I'll just go ahead and do that real quick just so I can kind of show you guys. You know, those who may be watching this for the first time. I have always found this to be absolutely hilarious. This cracks me up every time. So when you examine the elegant headdress here, it says the rare stone set in this headdress has made it a one-of-a-kind. But the funny thing is, if you know where to look and you know what you're doing, you can actually find a second quote-unquote one-of-a-kind elegant headdresses. Same colored stone, you know, the same design and everything. So it's kind of like, was it the same elegant headdress, you know, or is it supposed to be different?
Got
But
something
that's just,
that
once
might
again,
interest
one of
you.
those things that you just kind of close your mind off to reality. You don't ask questions of logic. You
Got a
just play the game.
selection of good things on.
Because in this game, there is no logic.
What are you selling?
It's been pretty well determined already. So we're gonna go ahead and sell
Is
these
that
5
all, stranger?
spinos, a ruby, a brass pocket watch, and the elegant headdress.
Thank you.
We obviously don't want to sell the elegant mask yet.
What are you
Well,
buying?
You'll see why later on.
Is
So,
that all?
for the TNT, of course, we want to upgrade everything that we
Thank you.
can upgrade. Because unfortunately, in Resident Evil 4, there is only one machine gun, or fully automatic weapon. And that is the tactical machine pistol, the TMP, whatever it is you want to call it. Kind of unfortunate, but it's just one of those things. You know, it just is what it is. Resident Evil 4 is, you know, a very unique game. So I want to come up here. There's a bird's nest. I believe this has a hand grenade in it. Yes. Okay. And so there's one more up here. I believe this has a box of 5 rifle ammo. Go ahead and reload that one last bullet there. And yes. So anyways, here we are in the cemetery area. If you guys remember from earlier in the game, you know what the pamphlet said for the blue medallions. 3 in the farm, or sorry, 7 in the farm, 8 in the cemetery. So, what that tells me is that we're in the cemetery area. You see all these cute little blue medallions hanging around. Okay? Go ahead and let her get nice and close. Alright. Yes, of course we want to take the rifle ammo. So we'll go ahead and head back into here. And yeah, nothing there. Box of shotgun shells there. Those always come in handy. So anyways, gonna go ahead and shoot these down. That's 8. We got 9 right here. Got 10 right there. And I know where all 15 are, so, you know, like I said, I get the slightly higher reward. You gotta be kidding me. This guy's standing right there, and he is completely and totally 100% untouched by that stick of dynamite that went off in his area. Kind of funny when you think about it, I guess. But, anyways, and then over here we've got 11. Booyah. Wow, chicka wow wow. So, here we are at the church. Let's head on inside and let's rescue Ashley. Oh, wait! The door won't open. There's a round hole. Maybe something fits here. Maybe.
Hunnigan, it's Leon. The door's locked. I can't get in.
Didn't they teach you how to pick locks at the academy?
Yeah. There's some sort of indentation, like something might fit inside.
Well, there's no use standing around. Leon, you have to find some way or something to get inside.
Then, of course, Ingrid Hunnigan is Captain Obvious with everything that she says. Oh, Leon, you gotta find some way or something to get inside. Leon, you gotta rescue the girl. You know, it's just won't shut up about it. I love doing that. Shoot the dynamite in his hand and just kill them both. Anyways, here's number 12. And now we've got 3 family insignias of the Dead Ringers. It looks like the dial only turns clockwise in 3 or 4 increments. Now, yeah, there are 3 of these insignias are located on certain specific tombstones out in the cemetery area. So if you know which symbols there are, you can pretty well figure this out. But it's got a very simple, very basic, and easy to remember sequence. So we'll do 3 increments. We'll go all the way, I mean all the way around. We're going to light every single one of these puppies up. And then we go back to 4. And then 3. And there we are. Green cat's eye. And that, of course, is gem number 2 for our Bierstein. So, as you can see, we've now got the green and the red. We are just now missing the 3rd and final gemstone, which won't come until chapter 2-3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Which kind of really sucks, but really, so you shoot the guy in the head and nothing. See, that's what I was worried about happening. Just kicking the guy over the ledge. So anyways, 13. Now for the tricky one. I've always found it entertaining to challenge myself and do this with a laser sight. There we are, 14. And then last but not least, 15. So, speaking of handgun ammo, jeez Louise, I got 260 spare TMP. I'm going to start using TMP. So now we want to be very careful with this box. You'll see why here in a second. Because, poof, Mr. Snake. But of course, Mr. Snake does leave us a nice little present in the form of a pretty little chicken egg. So, closure of the church. Regarding the 2 fugitives, the apprehension of Lewis is our top priority. The American agent, aka me, Leon Scott Kennedy. A distant second. What Lewis stole from us is far more important than the girl. Unless we get it back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get it back to execute our plan to the end. If it gets into the wrong hands, the world will become a totally different place than what Lord Sadler has envisioned. At all costs, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we're not letting go of the girl. To ensure that the agent does not get to her, I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Anyone who needs access to the church must